Hello, everyone, and a warm welcome back to Everyday English Lab. I'm your host, Sarah, and I'm so glad you're here. Our mission at the lab is simple: to give you the practical tools and confidence you need to truly master English. We're here to help you speak better, listen sharper, and feel more confident every day. First, a quick thank you to all of you who listen, subscribe, and share. Your support means the world to me and keeps Everyday English Lab growing. So, thank you. Now let's talk about something incredibly vital. It's the driving force behind consistent progress, whether you're learning English, starting a new hobby, or reaching any big goal. Today, we're diving deep into how to be disciplined. You might wonder, discipline, Sarah? Isn't this an English learning podcast? And yes, it is. But think about it. How many times have you decided, I'll study English for an hour today, or I'll practice speaking for 20 minutes, only to find yourself scrolling on your phone instead? I know I've been there. My own personal projects often fall by the wayside because I lack that consistent push. That familiar thought, I'll start tomorrow, can be a real trap. This episode is for anyone who struggles with starting strong but then losing steam. It's for those of you who want to turn your English learning dreams into consistent, daily actions. We're going to break down exactly what discipline means, explain why it's the key for English learners, and then, most importantly, I'll share 7 straightforward, actionable strategies you can use to build your self-discipline starting today. And of course, we'll boost your English vocabulary. I'll introduce some useful intermediate words and phrases related to our topic throughout the episode. I'll explain them clearly with examples in a special segment later on. So stay tuned. Ready to make discipline your new English learning superpower? Let's begin. So, why is discipline absolutely essential for mastering English? It's simple. Fluency isn't a quick fix. It's built piece by piece, day by day. Imagine building a strong, beautiful house. It doesn't appear overnight, right? It needs consistent daily work, laying bricks, one after another. Learning English is just like that. Every new word, every grammar point, every listening exercise, every spoken sentence, these are your bricks. And discipline? Discipline is the dedicated builder who shows up every single day, no matter what, to lay those bricks. Motivation is fantastic. It's that initial spark, the excitement that gets you started. It makes you buy the textbook or download the app. But what happens when you're tired? When you've had a long day? When you just don't feel like studying? That's when motivation fades. And that's exactly where discipline steps in. Discipline is your commitment to your goals, even when the excitement is gone. It's doing what needs to be done regardless of your mood. It's the consistent action you take, day after day, that compounds over time into real, noticeable progress. Without discipline, those good intentions often stay just intentions. The great news is that discipline isn't something you're born with or without. It's a skill. And like any skill, whether it's playing music or riding a bike, you can learn it, practice it, and make it stronger. You absolutely can train your discipline muscle. Let's start training that muscle with our first practical strategy. Tip 1: Start with tiny habits. This is perhaps the most powerful and counterintuitive strategy for building lasting discipline. We often set huge, ambitious goals. I'll study English for 2 hours every day. Or I'll learn 50 new words this week. While the ambition is great, these big goals can quickly feel overwhelming. When a task feels too big, our brains resist it. We procrastinate, we get discouraged, and eventually we give up. The secret, as emphasized by experts like James Clear, is to make your desired habit so small, so incredibly easy, that it feels almost silly not to do it. The goal isn't to learn a lot in one go, but to build consistency. Let's apply this to English. Instead of study English for an hour, commit to just listen to an English podcast for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. Instead of learn 20 new words, try learn 1 new English word and use it in 1 sentence. Just 1 word, 1 sentence. A for speaking, aim for record myself speaking 1 English sentence. Does that sound manageable? Of course. It's not intimidating. It doesn't feel like a chore. Because it's so easy, you're far more likely to actually do it, even on your busiest days. The magic happens not in the amount you learn in 5 minutes, but in the consistency of doing it every day. Those tiny efforts consistently performed compound over time into truly remarkable results. Think, 5 minutes a day is over 30 hours of practice in a year. That's significant learning from something that felt effortless. So, for your English, identify the smallest, easiest action you can take every single day. Commit to that. Tip 2. Focus on systems, not just goals. This tip builds directly on tiny habits. Many of us focus solely on the goal, I want to be fluent in English, or I want to pass my exam. These are great, but goals alone don't guarantee success. What does? A system. A goal is what you want to achieve. A system is the collection of daily actions and processes that will lead you to that goal. If your goal is to speak English confidently, your system would be, every weekday I'll listen to a 10-minute English podcast. Every Tuesday and Thursday I'll have a 15-minute conversation with my language partner. Every Sunday I'll write a short English journal entry. The problem with just focusing on goals is that if you don't see immediate results, you get discouraged. But when you focus on the system, you concentrate on the actions you take today. Did you listen to your podcast this morning? Yes? Great. You succeeded for today. This shift makes progress feel achievable and less daunting. A good system also minimizes decision fatigue. When you have a system, you don't wake up wondering what to study. The decision is already made. This frees up your mental energy and willpower for actual learning, instead of spending it on planning or debating. It moves English practice from a should do to an I just do. It helps you automate your behavior, making English learning a natural part of your routine, almost like brushing your teeth. So, for your English learning, think beyond just your goals. What specific, repeatable actions can you take daily or weekly that, if followed consistently, will lead you to fluency? Design that system and then commit to following it. Tip 3. Make habits attractive. Discipline doesn't have to be a painful struggle. If you make your desired habits more enjoyable, you're far more likely to stick with them. Our brains love pleasure. If learning English feels like a chore, your brain will try to escape it. But if it's associated with something positive, you'll naturally be drawn to it. This is where habit stacking and positive reinforcement come in. Pair the habit you need to do with a habit you want to do. For English learners, A. Pair with enjoyment. After I get comfortable on the couch to watch my favorite show, I will first listen to a 10-minute English podcast. A. Use rewards. After my 15 minutes of speaking practice, I get to enjoy my favorite cup of tea or a small treat. The reward doesn't have to be big, it just needs to be something you look forward to. This tells your brain, English practice leads to good things. And make learning fun. If traditional grammar is boring, try a gamified grammar app. If textbooks are dry, read English comic books or articles about your favorite hobbies. Socialize your learning. Study with a friend or language partner. Learning together can make the experience more fun and engaging. When you associate English learning with positive feelings or rewards, you strengthen the connection in your brain. This makes it easier to overcome procrastination and stay disciplined. So, how can you make your English practice more appealing? Think about what you enjoy and how you can combine it with your learning. Tip 4. Design your environment for success. Your surroundings play a huge role in your discipline. Your environment can either help you stick to good habits or constantly tempt you away from them. If your space is full of distractions, your willpower will be constantly tested and eventually drained. Let's think about your English learning environment. A. Physical environment. Make English visible. Keep your English textbook, flashcards, or a new English novel right on your desk. When you see them, you're reminded to use them. If they're hidden, they're out of sight, out of mind. A. Create a study zone, even if it's just a specific chair or a clean corner of your table. When you sit there, your brain associates that space with learning, making it easier to focus. A. Remove physical distractions. Tidy your study area. Keep snacks or other tempting items out of reach. A. Digital environment. Optimize your tech. Group all your English learning apps on your phone or computer for easy access. During study time, put your phone on Do Not Disturb and close unnecessary browser tabs. Immerse yourself digitally, change your phone's language to English. Subscribe to English-speaking YouTube channels and podcasts. This increases your exposure to the language effortlessly. By intentionally designing your environment, you make the desired action, learning English, the easiest path. You're setting yourself up for success and making discipline feel less like a struggle. Tip 5. Manage your willpower and energy. Here's a crucial point. Willpower is like a muscle, it gets tired the more you use it. Every decision you make, every temptation you resist, drains your willpower battery. By the end of a long, stressful day, your willpower is often low, making it hard to stick to challenging tasks like deep English study. The key is to use your willpower strategically. Identify your peak energy times. When are you most alert and focused? For some, it's morning, for others, evening. Pay attention to your own energy patterns. Schedule demanding English tasks during peak times. If speaking is tough, schedule conversation practice when your energy is highest. If grammar rules confuse you, tackle them when your brain is fresh. Tasks requiring cognitive effort should be done when your willpower battery is full. Save easier tasks for lower energy times. When your energy dips, switch to less demanding English activities. This could be passive listening, reviewing flashcards, or reading an easy English article for pleasure. Prioritize rest, get enough sleep and take short breaks. A well-rested mind has much more willpower. By aligning your English learning activities with your energy levels, you make the most of your available willpower. You're working with your body and mind, making discipline feel less like an uphill battle and helping you avoid burnout. Tip 6. Automate decisions. This tip is about reducing mental effort. The fewer decisions you have to make about your English learning, the more energy you conserve for actual learning. Every choice, should I study now? What should I study? Consumes mental energy. By automating these decisions, you reduce decision fatigue, making consistency much easier. Think of it like preparing your breakfast the night before. You don't have to decide in the morning. The decision is already made. Set a specific time, decide exactly. Every day at 7 p.m. I will spend 20 minutes on English. This is a fixed appointment. Pre-plan your materials. At the end of your session, decide what you'll study next. Tomorrow, I'll review Chapter 5 of my grammar book. This removes the "what should I do?" question that often leads to procrastination. Use technology. Set daily alarms for study time. Use language apps with structured daily lessons or automatic review prompts. Integrate into routines. Link English practice to existing habits. After I finish breakfast, I'll do my 10 minutes of English reading. By making English learning a seamless, almost thoughtless part of your day, you build incredible consistency. You're putting your English discipline on autopilot, freeing up your willpower for deeper learning. Tip 7. Harness the power of accountability. While self-discipline comes from within, you don't have to build it alone. Accountability is an incredibly powerful external motivator. When you know someone else expects you to do something, you're far more likely to follow through. For English learners, accountability can take many forms. Find a language exchange partner, commit to speaking English with them regularly. You won't want to let them down, which motivates you to practice. Join a study group or online community, share your English learning goals with the group. Publicly declaring your intentions creates a gentle pressure to actually do what you said. Get a tutor or teacher. A regular lesson schedule provides inherent accountability. You've invested time and money, and the teacher expects your progress. Tell a friend or family member. Simply telling someone, "I'm going to practice English for 15 minutes every day this week," can be effective. You won't want to report back that you failed. Use accountability apps. There are apps that help you track habits and connect with others for support. Publicly track progress. Keep a visible log of your study days or share charts online. Seeing your streak grow is motivating, and the public nature adds accountability. Accountability helps you stay motivated and consistent, especially on days when your internal willpower is low. It's an external push that helps you stay on track. You don't have to carry the entire burden of discipline alone. Sarah's vocabulary section. Let's master these words. Alright, it's time for our special vocabulary segment. Understanding these words will not only help you grasp today's topic, but also boost your overall English fluency. 1. Discipline, noun the ability to control your own behavior to achieve a goal. Example for English learners, building self-discipline in your daily study routine is essential for improving your English. 2. Procrastinate, verb to delay or postpone doing something you should do, often because you don't want to. Example for English learners, don't procrastinate on your English homework, do a little bit every day. 3. Momentum, noun the force or speed that keeps something moving or developing. Example for English learners, once you start practicing English daily, you'll build momentum and find it easier to continue. 4. Compound, verb to combine or increase in effect, its effects accumulate and grow over time. Example for English learners, those 10-minute daily English sessions may seem small, but they compound into significant improvement over a year. 5. Consistent, adjective acting or done in the same way over time, unchanging. Example for English learners, to achieve fluency, it's more important to be consistent with your English practice than to study intensely once a week. 6. Accountability, noun the state of being responsible for something and having to explain your actions to someone. Example for English learners, finding a language partner can provide valuable accountability for your speaking practice. 7. Willpower, noun the control exerted by the mind over impulse or desire, strong determination. Example for English learners, my willpower tends to be highest in the morning, so I do my most challenging English tasks then. 8. Automate, verb to make a process happen without direct human control. Example for English learners, I try to automate my English review sessions by setting daily reminders on my phone. 9. Vouch for, phrasal verb to assert or confirm that something is true or accurate from your own experience. Example for English learners, I can personally vouch for the effectiveness of practicing tiny habits for English learning. Great job with these words. Start using them in your conversations and writing to make them part of your active vocabulary. Conclusion, your discipline, your English success. So there you have it, English learners. We've covered how to be disciplined and explored 7 powerful strategies. Remember, building discipline isn't about being perfect, it's about being consistent. It's about taking those small, deliberate steps that, when they compound over time, will lead you to incredible progress in English. Your path to fluency is a marathon, and discipline is the strength that keeps you going. Let's quickly recap. 1. Start with tiny habits, make practice impossible to skip. 2. Focus on systems, not just goals, create a repeatable process for learning. 3. Make habits attractive, pair English study with things you enjoy. 4. Design your environment for success, make your space support your learning. 5. Manage your willpower and energy, do challenging tasks when you're alert. 6. Automate decisions, pre-plan your study to reduce choices. 7. Harness the power of accountability, find support to stay on track. I truly believe that by implementing even just 1 or 2 of these tips, you'll see a big difference in your English. Don't try to change everything at once. Pick one tip that resonates most with you and commit to trying it out this week. See how it transforms your learning. I'd love to hear from you. Which tip will you try first? What are your biggest challenges with discipline in English? Connect with me on social media, just search for Everyday English Lab or send me an email. All details, plus a summary of today's episode and the vocabulary list, are in the show notes. Thank you so much for tuning in to Everyday English Lab today. It's a privilege to be part of your English learning journey. Keep practicing, keep pushing, and keep enjoying the process of mastering a new language. Until next time, take good care and happy learning.